Hello, today we'll be reviewing an over-the-board game submitted by John. It was played in a 24+5 format, and we start off with d4, d5, very normal. Okay, this all looks really good. Okay, maybe this bishop could have been put onto a better square. I understand maybe bishop e2 is good, or was wanted because of, bishop g4, and perhaps this pin has been a problem in the past, but maybe putting your bishop on a more active square would have been good, but ultimately there's nothing wrong with bishop e2. Okay. All right. So yeah, the first 7 moves were all very normal. I'm not really sure about h3. It is good. It is a pretty good move, but you do need to watch out for any kind of potential sacrifice to open this up, this king side anyway. In this case, I don't think bishop takes h3 is a good move or anything, but I think a lot of work has been done to kind of protect g4. Feels like bishop g4 was really something to was worried about, but I think with the black having fiend ketoed their dark squared bishop, bishop g4 just isn't that big of a deal because of h3, and since they can't go back to h5 due to you playing g4 or what the white piece is playing g4, it's not really that much of a threat in my opinion. But nonetheless, h3 is fine. Light squared bishop goes to the fiend ketoed place. Okay, I feel like this kind of signifies that white doesn't really have a great plan, and it's just kind of covering their bases. I think kind of a plan that white could have started thinking about around this point was try to do a queenside attack. This is really not a great defended piece right here on c7, and with knight b5 maybe could have started doing some queenside pressure, and instead of starting with a3 could have just gone ahead and played c4 if knight b5 had been played, because it would just broken things up immediately and gotten the party really started on white's terms. Okay, back to the game. Okay, this is something. This is good. This is a pin. 95 looks really good after this. Okay, that clearly blunder. And here we go. Knight b5 looks good. Yep, taking that pawn. I really think black should have played something more. C8. Okay, with this move, we kind of have a lot of pieces that are on the other side of the board, not really well accounted for at this point. It would be pretty easy to dislodge this knight with knight h5 and kind of put pressure along the way, kind of close this diagonal. So this knight is still kind of precarious. Yes, the white knight was easily kicked. I don't know if this was the best move. It seems to be that there's 3 attackers from white on this square to 1 defender. Yeah, I think taking with the knight was really good. White's pawn structure stays intact, activates the knight, starts some trades since white is up. Trading seems very good. Okay, I think probably taking would have been better since white is up an entire queen. Just getting the pieces off the board. White no longer has the bishop pair while black does. Always something to think about. Okay, this piece, not that it's a big deal because white is up a queen, but I'm not sure what this really accomplishes. This, I could see trying to activate the queen with these moves, but I think there may have been stronger ways of going about it. This would have attacked both pieces. Not that you want to take the knight at this time, but that line of sight can easily be interrupted with d5 if the dark squared bishops were to be traded off first. Okay, yeah, that was really, the game's never over until both players agree for it to be so. And yeah, 92 really shows that black is still here in the game playing, and that was a very solid fork. Now, I still think this is beneficial for white, and being down the exchange while up a queen is pretty trivial. Okay, I think so. The black side traded off the dark squared bishops. I think, and this is generally kind of agreed upon, when you're losing, you don't want to trade pieces. So you would, if you were losing, if you were down a whole rook worth of material, you're going to want to do everything you can to try to keep hold of all the material you have and make the most of what you have. So for black, I would say really try to activate your pieces here and get them on good squares instead of trading off doing easy trades, because easy trades will just lead to a simplified game. So black's done good activating their rook. This rook is still out of the game. And white, I'm not sure if this was the best move. The queen is never the best defender of a piece, just because it's worth so much. Let's see what happens. Okay, black decides to take, which is definitely not the best move. If there had been some sort of discovered check to be made here, then yeah, it would have been good, but that's not the case. And okay, we have a mate in one threat. The mate in one threat was not seen, so the game concludes. Just want to briefly go over this with an engine to see if I missed anything too crazy. Okay, looks like white pieces were played very well. Yeah, b6 when you've this diagonal shut down is questionable. I don't really think knight c6 is that bad of an idea. I think the problem is that this b5 square is really tender, and there's not going to be enough defense once this pin is active. And this was a mistake due to the missed opportunity. Yep, okay, yep, that was the queen blunder. And after that, the game continues about as normal. Okay. Okay, until next time, do your puzzles.